Existentialism is a philosophical theory which focuses on individual free will, autonomy, responsibility, and freedom to develop oneself. In existentialism, there are many interpretations and varying perspectives of different authors and philosophers. But here are the main principles. Existentialism is a theory that emphasizes humans' existence and freedom of choice. It states that humans exist and that they define their existence through their freedom of choice. Existentialism includes a belief in an immaterial soul and mind separate from the body. It does not regard science as applicable to psychology or sociology, as science will not solve human problems, and it focuses on who someone presently is versus how someone can change in the future. Existential ontology says that we are what we can become. Becoming is a process that takes place throughout our lives and is determined by the choices that we make and the influences around us. Our choices made in the past and present change or alter our future and the following choices that have to be made. Ethics, subjectivity, and good faith. Good or bad faith is the ability to act as if in our act the entirety of mankind would be represented. That is enough to prove an act as an ethical one. Søren Kierkegaard was one of the first founders of modern existentialism. He concluded that existence is prior to essence. Humans exist first, and then they make something of themselves. He was deeply religious and based a lot of his theory on God, that we are free to trust in God, as well as the Kierkegaard idea. We make ourselves through our choices and thereby come to truly exist, that is, to be real. This becomes a fundamental notion for all future existentialist thinkers. Kierkegaard once said, "How we choose is more important than what we choose." This means to do what is morally right, but make your decision independently. He also said, through our choices, we become the person we are. Our free choices bring us into existence. This means that how we respond to our responsibilities and freedoms is what shapes our character. Kierkegaard wants clarity about what he is to do, and this emphasis on action and doing appears in all existentialist thinking. His philosophy is focused on getting clarity about what to do, understanding reality through subjectivity, and overcoming the gap between God and humanity. Jean-Paul Sartre was one of the main advocates to the existentialism theory. Unlike Kierkegaard, Sartre did not believe in God. He believed there is no God and therefore no fixed human nature. We make ourselves by our choice, so we are completely responsible for what we are. Sartre theorized that we exist when we are born, but what we are and our future is not yet defined. He also said that the reality of who we will become depends on whether and how we choose to act. Then this sum total of our free conscious actions defines who we become. Hence, existence precedes essence. Sartre said, "Thus human reality does not exist first in order to act later, but for human reality, to be is to act, and to cease to act is to cease to be. This means that there is no existence without action, and there is no action without individual human freedom and choice." Other significant quotes include, "I think, therefore I am." Existentialism tries to find meaning in existence, stating that an individual must find their own meaning in life. Simply being is not enough. One must think and enact positive changes to utilize their capacity for freedom. So, existentialism states that one's body exists first, and one's nature or essence comes later on and depends on how one chooses to live their life. The existential attitude is a sense of distress as one is faced with a seemingly meaningless world. Due to this, people must be responsible for their own character and cannot blame their actions on nature.
Created using Powtoon.